president and the first card-holding member into the Hayden Young fan club. You've been to the guy's house. You've been there for dinner. You've been there for barbecues.
I don't know where he lives.
Hey, you announced him before. You know where he lives. But what I'm saying is you two guys are chums, you're buddies. And you told him that you were doing an interview with Chad Parham. And you invite the guy into the interview to crash Chad Parham's big announcement about being in the NWA World Heavyweight Championship tournament. A tournament that I might add he's going to win. You're looking at your next NWA World Heavyweight Champion, and what you had to do to that special moment, like everything else because you're jealous, you crash his moment and invite this jerk, Hayden Young, onto the set to challenge for this championship, knowing Chad Parham never turns down a challenge. You, sir, are an instigator.
You, sir, are
Good day, sir.
You're an idiot. You know that, right? Absolute moron. Collar and elbow tie-up. The NWA Anarchy heavyweight title is on the line. Very much correct. The National Wrestling Alliance recently vacated the World's Heavyweight Championship, a tournament to be held
and won by Chad Parham.
That very much remains to be seen. The very best in the world are competing for that prestigious championship, the 10 pounds of gold that says you are the best wrestler in the world today. Chad Parham indeed is entered in that tournament. Collar and elbow now. And this time the attempted arm drag finds no victim.
Well, you know what, Greg Hunter? Something that I just want to throw out to the fans at home. Something that, you know, a little nugget of information here. I know who Chad Parham's first round opponent's going to be. I know.
All right.
I'm not telling.
You have no idea. None.
Alejandro got me the brackets earlier this week so I can fill them out and get them back to my bookie down in Orlando so I can go ahead and pick the winner.
Well, isn't that just a rose of a situation for you, betting on the sport of professional wrestling? Right hand now by Young. Conflict of interest. Big flying head scissors by the attraction, Hayden Young, former World's Television Champion, one half of the Anarchy Tag Team Champions. Young has not had a sustained singles run here in NWA Anarchy for quite some time as one half of the awesome attraction. He does not have a partner here tonight to tag out to as he faces the two-time champ, Chad Parham, not to mention the guardrail on the arena floor.
Well, yeah, that'll do him some good. Teach him to try to crash Chad Parham's interview. But the one thing that I will say, Hayden Young does have the opportunity to become the second man, only the second man, to do the Grand Slam for NWA Anarchy, and that is to hold all three championships here, the World Television, the NWA Anarchy Tag Team Champions, and the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion, if the Blind Squirrel finds a nut and beats Chad Parham here tonight.
Well, actually, if he wins the title, he's the first man to ever win the Anarchy Triple Crown. No one has ever done that.
You know what? Don't correct me.
You were wrong.
I was not wrong. I know I was right.
No, the NWA Arena Grand Slam is Slim J. Slim J has never held the Triple Crown. No one has. And right now,
you know what? Look, right here it says Chad Parham was a Triple Crown winner.
When was he an Anarchy Tag Team Champion? Outside of in his own mind.
Well, him and I, we were talking about that the other day.
Irish whip into the far side. Big boot by Hayden Young. Flying head scissors attempt finds nothing. Chad Parham, counter, flying knee, and now a blatant choke. Forget a cover, I guess, at this point, as referee Brent Wiley administers his count.
Yeah, I really do not appreciate the way you treat our heavyweight champion. The man is an honorable individual. You know, him and I, we have many conversations. You know, he tells me about all his accolades, some of the stuff that I didn't see, you know, earlier on in his career, which, you know, I think is a shame because this man is such a well-accomplished professional wrestler. And he's in there. I will say, Hayden Young he's a worthy adversary. The man, you don't win championships just by being some Joe Blow jerk off the street. Although Hayden Young is some Joe Blow jerk off the street, but still, he's a worthy adversary. I'll give him that much.
Cover, 1, 2.
I realize that we are very close to the end of this week's episode, and no hide nor hair of Jeff G. Bailey. For that matter, no hide nor hair of anybody that was a member of the Elite. The Elite has crumbled underneath us.
Hey, look, the bottom line, Jeff G. Bailey is not here. You're right. 3 weeks we haven't seen Jeff G. Bailey.
Yes.
Look, I hope the guy's okay myself. I don't like to see anyone get hurt, but he's not here. We have a heavyweight title match in the ring. We have a champion that's trying to choke out his challenger. Let's kind of focus on this. You mind?
No, you know what? I don't mind, because this is a great heavyweight championship match. I'm just concerned for my friend. You know, what if I go to jail? What if I get sued in this time?
Enziguri by the attraction as the crowd comes to life, and the champion, the heavyweight champion, crumbles in the center of the ring. Referee Brent Wiley administering his count. A 10 count would not bother the champ in the slightest. He would leave with the title intact. And you know he wants to walk into the NWA World's Heavyweight Title Tournament still wearing the Anarchy Championship.
Well, I mean, Greg Hunter, what a feather in the cap it would be for Hayden Young to defeat, you know, Chad Parham. I mean, something that not very many people have been able to do here in NWA.
It would be a huge feather in his cap. He would be the first man to hold the Anarchy heavyweight and tag titles simultaneously if he accomplished it. Big back body drop, comes off the ropes, big leg drop, cover, hooks the far leg, 1, 2, and just barely the heavyweight champion kicks out.
Well, Greg Hunter, the one thing about Chad Parham, he has not been invited to that NWA World Heavyweight Title Tournament just for the fact that he's Chad Parham. The reason he's been invited is that he is Chad Parham, and he is a phenomenal athlete. He is a great talent in that ring, and right now he's taking a clinic to Hayden Young here and showing him exactly why you can't underestimate Chad Parham. That's why he's technical perfection, Greg Hunter.
Chad Parham, well, it's not an accident that he was selected for the World's Title Tournament. He's the only two-time Anarchy champion, but he is in a bad place. The Flying Squirrel. The Flying Squirrel, if Hayden Young can move, I would say about 3 feet to his right, we've got a new heavyweight champion.
He hurt himself, though, Greg Hunter.
Cover, hook of the near leg, 2! And a foot on the ropes. Chad Parham knowing exactly where he was in the ring.
Greg Hunter, I told you once, I've told you twice, I told you a million times on this very program. They don't call him technical perfection for nothing. Chad Parham knew exactly where he was the whole time. He could have kicked up at 1. He could have kicked out at 1.5. No, he waited till about 2 3/4 to put that foot on the ropes so he could save a little bit of energy.
All right, now Hayden Young, conservation of energy not foremost on his mind as he dives over the top rope.
Not much on his mind.
Opposite of our announced position, wipes out the champ. And now the attraction fully in control, perhaps even moments away from being the new Anarchy champion.
But he threw his opponent in first, Greg Hunter. You can't do that. You gave him too much time to set up. Wait a minute. Did you see that lazy referee, that clumsy jerk?
I saw Chad Parham shove Brent Wiley into the ropes, and that is a cradle pile driver. Cover, hook of the far leg, and the champ retains.